Hello, amazing creative writer. Today we are going to read a poem by the wonderful Shel Silverstein, and then we're going to write our own version of that poem. In the description box, you will find a Google Drive link that will provide you with all of the materials that you will need for this activity. There are going to be two different options for you. There will be a printable option in case you really don't want to do this activity on the computer, so you can print it out and do it on paper. Or if you do not have printer capabilities, or if you would rather do it on the computer, then you can access the fillable PowerPoint option. So I am going to go ahead and show you what they look like. The printable one has different options. There will be a color option in case you have access to a color printer. There is also a no color option if you would like to save ink. And the third page will have a copy of Shel Silverstein's poem. For the case of this video, we are going to work with the fillable I've never writing option. And I am going to read Never by Shel Silverstein. I've never roved a Brahma bull. I've never fought a jewel. I've never crossed the desert on a lop-eared swayback mule. I've never climbed an idol's nose to steal a cursed jewel. I've never gone down with my ship into the bubbling brine. I've never saved a lion's life and then had him save mine, or screamed "Ahoo!" while swinging through the jungle on a vine. I've never dealt draw poker in a rowdy lumber camp, or got up at the count of 9 to beat the world's champ. I've never had my picture on a 6-cent postage stamp. I've never scored a touchdown on a 99-yard run. I've never winged 6 Daltons with my dying brother's gun, or kissed Miss Jane and rode my hoss into the setting sun. Sometimes I get so depressed about what I haven't done. Okay, so Shel Silverstein has a really imaginative mind, and he is feeling really sad about all of these things that he hasn't done, which is really silly in my opinion, because most of us haven't done any of these things either, right? Most of us haven't roped a bull, or we haven't gone down with a ship or saved a lion's life. Right? So we're gonna tune into his mind, and we're gonna come up with our own silly, way out there things that we haven't done. And for that, we are going to use a graphic organizer. So this graphic organizer has different boxes where we are going to brainstorm a list of verbs. Those are actions, right? We're going to type adjectives, creatures, and places. Okay, and I actually have 2 pages for different lines of your poem, and you can always add more if you wish to. So you can duplicate the slide, and it will give you more space for you to work. Okay, so here's my example. I've never, so you choose a verb. The verb that I chose was baked. I've never baked, and we want to give more details to this. So baked what? I've never baked chocolate chip cookies with a, and here I type an adjective. So I chose disrespectful. With a disrespectful creature, narwhal. In, you choose a place, my bedroom. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one. So I want to choose a verb. Okay, sometimes what I do is like, verbs. What I do if nothing is coming to my mind, I go to my browser, I go to Google, and I type powerful verbs. I like to go to images. And here is where I can get some ideas for some strong verbs. Okay, So I've never, here I have some really good verbs. So I'm going to use attack. Okay, so I go back. I've never attacked. Let's look for another verb. I've never. Okay, here we go. I've never retrieved. That is like take back something. I've never retrieved. I've never yelled. What's another verb? Studied. Okay, so let's do those 4. So I've never attacked what? I need to give detail. So I have never attacked an alligator. I've never attacked an alligator mama with a, so I guess I was there with a friend, okay, with a silly, let's think of a creature, axolotl, because I love axolotls, in, let me choose a place, in Paris. So here I have a poem line. I've never attacked an alligator mama with a silly axolotl in Paris. So that is really crazy, right? And you do not have to use every single box for your poem. This just gives you an idea so you can get into that crazy state of mind, right? So you can even say, I've never attacked an alligator mama in Paris. Or I've never attacked an alligator mama with a silly axolotl, and just leave out the Paris part. Okay, so this is the starting point. The graphic organizer just opens your mind and just makes you be in that space to help you come up with ideas, right? So I've never retrieved a box of chocolates with a noisy fairy in my grandmother's backyard. Okay, so I typed my verb, I gave it detail. So retrieved what? And I wrote a box of chocolates because I really like chocolates. With a, so an adjective is a word that describes. And we can do the same thing as we did with verbs. If we can't think of any adjectives, you can always go on Google. So I can type list of adjectives if I am at a loss. Okay. Let's see, strong adjectives. Okay. Ooh, these are some good ones, like gorgeous or handsome or scrawny. Ooh, that's a good one. Or let's see, colossal. That's like really, really big, right? So I've never retrieved a box of chocolates with a colossal fairy. That's a huge fairy. That's a really funny image. Okay, so you can go ahead and play with this and write your own version of the poem. Okay, and if you want to push yourself, you can always try to rhyme, just like Shel Silverstein did. So he rhymed like duel with mule, or brine with life in mine. So if you want to push yourself, you can always use words that rhyme, so your poem will have more of a flow to it. Okay, and here I have added a slide where you could type your finished version. Okay, and if you would like to share your poems with me, you can always email me your responses to nancy.lechugacamberos@gmail.com, and that address will also be in the description box. I hope you enjoy this activity, and I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with. Bye!